Hello everyone, welcome to Day 5 Tutorials. In this video, I will show you how to create gradient borders using CSS. This method is simple and modern. We will discuss two methods for creating gradient borders. As you can see here, we have two boxes with gradient borders. The box 1 uses method 1 and the box 2 uses method 2. We will discuss both the methods step by step. So let's get started. First, we will create a basic HTML template. Let me also give this a title. So I'm going to use gradient border using CSS. I will add style section inside the head section to add our CSS codes. I'm first going to add the default box sizing CSS codes here. Now I'm going to give body a dark background color. So we can see now the body has a dark background color. Inside body, I will add a div of class container. This is just to keep our content with proper left and right margin. Okay, now I'm going to add styling for container. So container, position relative, margin 0 auto. Now I'm going to create two div of class box. So I'll add some text inside box 1 and for box 2 also. Now I'm going to add class box 1 to the first box and box 2 to the second box. Let me give some width and height to both the boxes. So I'm going to add some styling to box. So first I'll add color white and then I will add width 300 px and I will also use height 300 px. So now we have both the boxes of height 300 px and width 300 px. So now let me move both the boxes in one row. So I'm going to move these boxes inside a div of class flux container. Okay, so now both the boxes are inside class flux container, and I'm going to add pieces for class flux container. So this will be display flux. I'm going to add a gap of 20 px. And I will make justify content center. Now you can see that both the boxes are aligned in one row. Okay, so now we have two boxes. Now we are going to add gradient border to box 1. So I'm going to add styling to class box 1. First, I will add a border of type solid with width 3px. Now I will use border image property to add gradient border. The border image property allows you to use an image as border. But we can also use linear gradient for this. So I will move the gradient from left to right. For this I'm going to use 90 and I'm going to use two colors. So I'm simply going to copy paste from the demo. Okay, so you can see that we have nice smooth gradient border. Okay, so now we're going to add gradient border to our second box. So I'm going to add styling to class box 2. First, we will add a solid transparent border of width 3 px. This transparent border will be used to fill the gradient border. Now I'm going to add two backgrounds to this box. As we know that we can add multiple backgrounds separated by comma. So I'm going to add two backgrounds like this. So background 1, comma, background 2. We will modify this background 1 and background 2. Let me format this. I'm going to push each background to a separate line. Background 1 will stay on the top and background 2 will be the inner background. I will fill the first background with a solid color. So for this I will use same start and end color. Now I will fill the second background with a linear gradient. This time I will use two different colors for start and stop. I'm going to use the same color that I've used for box 1. But nothing has changed. There is no gradient border to our second box. So for this, we need to add padding box to the first background and border box to the second background. Now you can see that we have nice smooth gradient border to the second box. We can use border radius property in box 2, but we cannot use border radius property with box 1. So these are the two methods for adding gradient border in CSS. That's it for this tutorial. If you found this video helpful, please like, share and subscribe for more such tutorials. Thank you for watching.